Okay. Yeah, it's a wild world right now. So cool. Well, let's. I got your email, and I want to apologize first of all that I hadn't gotten back sooner. You know, life has been pretty wild for everyone, especially with a newborn. You did, yeah. So let me just email you back about my thoughts about continuing. Uh, cool. Well, so YouTube Live, it's going to be a live stream, so you have to be at the channel and see. It should be right up on there, but it's actually live right now. No, just if are you subscribed to the channel? Mm-hmm. Yeah, just go into YouTube and just type Kyle Dondero, and you should find my channel. And then I just texted you the link for today's class, which is up right now. Yeah, that's not. I'm wearing a blue shirt today. Cool. I'm actually up on live right now, so if there's anybody watching, they're watching me on the phone talking to you. So yeah, I don't know how it looks on your side because I'm already signed into YouTube with my account, but yep, I sent you the link in your text. So today should be Slow Flow Saturday. Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, Alan, we'll be starting class in a few minutes. All right, thank you. Bye. All right, cool. Do you think I should feed him? Do you think I should feed him? Not really. No, he might have to start the food. I'm gonna start. All right. Probably hear a baby in the background, and we had moved some stuff out of this room that I've been doing the yoga classes out of, and so the stuff that's out of the room, makes the walls a little bit more bare, so there might be a little echo. So I hope that's not too troublesome, for the audio for the class. And then we're going to listen to some wonderful hand pan by my friend John Hand and his Sonic Stillness. So let's see here. Cool. All right, we got some more people joining the class, which is great. Thanks for coming. All right. And again, like I said, if you're just joining in, we got the baby at the house, and so he's off in the background. You might hear him kind of woke up from a short nap, kind of fussing a little bit. So I hope, again, the sound of the room, since we moved stuff out, there might be a little echo. We've got the hand pan music going, and then the baby in the adjacent room. So I hope that the audio is still clear for you for our class today. So again, today is a slow flow. So in that regard, last week we did more of a hatha class where we held the pose for an extended period of time. We wanted to breathe into the pose and find some sort of inward awareness within the posture. Now, a flow, vinyasa, as we might call it, putting things in a particular way, special way, is typically going to be following the breath, moving in and out of the pose or poses with the breath, a rhythmic use of the breath and the body together. So in that regard, try to be aware of how your breath wants or is encouraging your body to move. And notice also the relationship between the energy of that particular breath and the energy in the body, right? So there's such an intimate connection between our breath and the mind and the body that we can use a vinyasa class, a slow flow for today, to kind of explore that relationship of the energy of the breath and the energy of the body. In sports, breathing is very essential, right, to maintaining the endurance and the stamina to, compete in whatever aspect that you're competing. You could think of swimming, for example, right? They have to really be able to use their lungs to get that energy out of their body. So yoga is a little bit more relaxed than maybe some competitive swimming, but still that relationship is still there. We want to be observant of the energy that's expressed in the breath, prana, the astral sort of energy, and then also be aware of where the mind goes. So let's go ahead and get started. I think everybody's joined the Google Meet, and we've got some folks here on our YouTube channel. So again, thank you all very much for coming. And with our slow flow, let's go ahead and go like we normally do in the middle of our mat and begin to center our awareness on the breath. All right. So go ahead and make your way into a seated position at the center of your yoga mat. I'll just make sure we've got the whole mat in frame there. And you can sit any which way that you'd like. I know I mentioned this every single class, it seems like. So if you're new, I just want to reiterate that yoga is about you experiencing yourself. And so there should be no need to torture yourself if you don't feel good in a particular pose or asana. So find a comfortable position, either on your mat with your legs crossed, or you can have your legs out in front of you, maybe one leg out to the side, right? We're all going to feel comfortable in different ways. But finding that comfort, begin closing your eyes, and we're going to direct our attention inwards towards the breath, right? So again, this exploration of the energy of the breath and the energy of the body. So let's first explore the energy of the breath. So with eyes closed, turn your attention to your inhale and your exhale. Now you can take a couple of controlled breaths just to be aware of that inhale and exhale. But after you are aware of its natural occurrence, go ahead and just watch it. Watch what's happening. Watch the sensations that occur around the breath. So that could be the sensation of temperature in the nose. It could be the sensation of the air passing into the nostril and out of the nostril. It could be awareness of how the chest, the rib cage, the diaphragm is all moving together to bring the air in the body and to expel the waste gases. So notice the breath. Notice the existence of it as an elemental feature of your body, of your life. We all have the breath. It's essential to our living, a very fundamental part of us. So let's come to understand it as it is without us trying to influence it. Okay, let's do a little experiment this morning. We're going to experiment with the relationship of the breath and the mind. So turn your mind towards a memory that brings happiness. And as you are remembering whatever that scene in your mind is, right, the birth of a child, a birthday party, perhaps a vacation, an anniversary, whatever it might be aware of how your breath is responding to those mental images of this happy moment. And now we're going to flip the script, right? So slowly let that happy memory sort of just subside for a second. And now let's turn our minds to something that is not pleasant, not happy. Perhaps think of a moment in your life where you felt very uncertain, anxious, angry. Right? This could be the loss of a loved one. Right? This could be a personal conflict between someone that you know. You just had a surprising disagreement, really hurt. Or it could be getting ready to do something that was very important for you, a job promotion or some sort of test or exam where you felt very anxious. Right? But just turning our attention right to this unpleasant memory and then reflecting on how our breath is. Notice what you feel inside your chest and your body. And so there's this relationship between the breath and our emotional body. You may have noticed that during the memories of happiness, right, our breath probably felt a little bit more uplifted. Right? We felt fuller breath in, slower breath out. And with memories of unpleasantness, anxiety, fear, anger, whatever it may have been, perhaps you felt a tightening of the breath, a tightening of the chest, a shallowness, or a quicker pace of the breath. All right, so we want to be conscious of our breath because our breath is going to be reflective of the energies that we are experiencing mentally as well as physically. And we'll explore that relationship with the breath, with the physical body, as we move into our vinyasa and asanas. But before we do that, we want to have a tool, and that tool is a breath or breathing technique. And so that's going to be a slow rhythmic breath in and slow rhythmic breath out. And ideally with a little opening in your throat, or a mild constriction rather, I should say, up here in the glottis area, opening in the back of the nasal passage, what we call the Ujjayi Pranayama. So start to practice this breath. So what you're going to experience is a metered inhale and a metered exhale. You're choosing that breath in and you're choosing that breath out. And as you make that choice, right, the balanced metered approach, right, so you're going to count in a number that feels best for you and then count out that same number so that inhale and exhale are balanced. If there's a small pause at the top or a small pause at the bottom, that's totally fine. You don't have to immediately breathe out after you breathe in, and you don't have to exaggerate a pause at the top or a pause at the bottom. You can let that pause naturally occur. All right, so this is your tool. This is your tool to bring control into the breath, which will, again, bring some control into the energy of the body and of the mind. So as we move into our physical practice, as we'll do in just a moment, Right, come back to this breath as much as you can to balance that relationship of energy, mental and physical. Okay, so if you're not in the center of your mat, go ahead and truly make your way into the center of the yoga mat. All right, we're going to start with ankles crossed again, if this feels okay for you. Sit up nice and tall, take a big breath in, reach up through the crown of the head, and as you exhale, just gently bow the chin. So following your breath, inhale the left ear to the left shoulder, and then exhale, bring the chin right back down to the center of the chest. Inhale over to the right side, and exhale, right back down, center of the chest. Do 2 more on each side of it. So inhale, left ear, left shoulder, exhale, chin to chest. And then to the right. One more time, left. And one more time, right. Good. Bring our chin down to the center of the chest. Keep your hands on your knees here. We're going to do seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, we're coming into a seated version of cow. So roll those shoulders back, puff your chest forward, look up with your chin. And as we exhale, round the spine. So we're pushing the center of our back backwards, chin to chest, light tuck of the tailbone. Inhale into a seated cow. Back extension, and as we exhale, this is a flexion, chin to chest. Inhale, seated cow. Exhale, seated cow. Good. One more time, big breath in, shoulders roll back, look up. And last time, exhale around the spine. Good. As you inhale, sit up tall. We're going to reach the arms out to the sides and up. So big inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, right hands to the floor, left arm reaches over the body. Good. 3 long breaths here. Try to keep your left hip on the floor. Breathing through that left side. Inhale and exhale. Good. After your last breath here, inhale, come back up, switching over to the opposite side. So exhale, left hand to the floor, reach that right arm over the body. Keep the right hip on the floor if possible. Good job, everybody. Slow inhale, come right back on up. Make your way to tabletop. So just exhale, hands to the floor. Maybe rock forward over the knees or lean to your side. We're going to be tabletop. So in the center of the mat, hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Rock hips side to side. All right, so we did a little bit of our shoulders, side, body, neck. Let's move into our hips. So from your tabletop, bring your right knee into the center of the mat. So you're not moving it literally center, but just bring it to the midline. And now as you exhale, extend your left leg up and back behind you, making an L shape. You can see that here. All right, big circles with our left thigh. Inhale and exhale. Seeing if we can rotate this left leg. Keep your core nice and tight. And switch directions. All right, if you're able to see my foot in the video, it's a little dark in this room with the contrast, but I'm keeping my left knee at a 90-degree angle and engaging that left foot. So I'm really asking the muscles of the left hip to work. Those external rotators, adductors, and abductors. All right, bring our left knee down, and we're just switching places. So left knee now is in the midline of the mat. We're going to kick that right leg back and start to make circles out to that right side. All right, keep your gaze down. And see if you can really firm up the whole of your body except for that leg that you're moving. Everything is still and engaged. All right, switch directions. We should be feeling this certainly in our hips quick circle, make your way back into your tabletop, but move your knees apart, bring the big toes together, and allow your hips to come down towards the heels. Slide the hands forwards for child's pose. Right, use this posture, child's pose, as an opportunity to reconnect with your breath. So just as that reminder, our slow flow today, we want to explore the relationship of the breath and the energy of the body and the mind. And we'll notice that as our mind wanders, perhaps our attention wanders from our practice and the breath, when we are aware of that, we'll realize that our breath is a little out of balance. So even though we're going to go a little slower today, some of the poses might feel hard. And so notice that challenge of the breath with the challenge of the physical pose. And then also notice if, again, the mind wanders, how the breath loses its power and the body loses its power. All right, so from child's pose, slowly come back up onto all fours. Tuck your toes, and as you exhale, send those heels towards the floor, straightening the legs, hips up towards the ceiling for our downward facing dog. I would say pedal the feet left and right, and just to warm up our body. Maybe make a couple of circles with your ankles if you feel some stiffness there. Make sure you go both directions if you make circles, or really do anything with the body. We want to balance our bodies out. Okay, from downward facing dog, find stillness. Take your left foot, step it a little closer to the right in the middle of the mat. As you inhale, lift your right leg up into the air, bend the right knee, and let's open our hips here in a three-legged dog. Feel the front of that right hip just opening up, maybe a little bit in your obliques and the core. And if it's in your practice, you want to flip your dog, you can just take that right foot to the floor and reach that right arm overhead. Good. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Step your right foot closer to the left in the middle of the mat, the midline of the mat. Inhale our left leg up into the air, bend the knee. Let's open our hips. Good. Look under your right shoulder. See if you can notice that left foot, perhaps. Keep your shoulders square to the wrists. Right, so it's just a lower body opening and twist that's happening here. If you want to flip your dog, flip the dog. I don't have space, but make your way there if it's in your practice. And then come back to downward facing dog. Good. Slowly move forward into plank, lower to knees, chest, and chin as you exhale. Good. Extend the hips, untuck the toes, roll the shoulders back. So we're coming into low cobra. You want to feel the elbows squeezing into the sides of the ribs. Take one more big breath in here. As you exhale, tuck the toes. Find your way back to downward facing dog. All right, walk to the top of the mat. Now that we're just a little bit warmer, I think it's nice to start with our sun salutations. So bring the feet about hip-width distance apart. Allow the knees to be bent. Let the belly touch the thighs. Before we start, let's enjoy a restorative forward fold. Grabbing the elbows, swaying side to side, or just letting the arms bend towards the mat. If you crossed your arms, cross them the opposite way. One more big breath, and as you exhale, hands towards the floor if they're not, and let's walk our hands slowly up the legs, coming to stand at the top of our mat. So we're in Tadasana, our mountain pose. And before we get right into the sun salutations, let's recommit ourselves to balancing the breath. So close the eyes in your Tadasana. Turn your attention like we did, seated to the breath. Start to control your inhale and exhale if you lost that rhythm and pace. You're breathing through your nose, a slight constriction in the throat, an opening in the back of the soft palate, right, the nasal cavity there. Our Ujjayi Pranayama. Good. Take a big inhale, and as you exhale, Make sure the arms are alongside the body, palms facing forward, chin lowers to the chest. Inhale and sweep the arms out to the sides and up. Big breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Take your left foot back as you breathe in. Let's lower to low lunge as you exhale. So drop our left knee. Inhale and sweep both arms up. Low lunge. Good. Exhale to our downward facing dog. Remember, we're connecting each pose with a breath in or a breath out. So inhale into plank. The exhale brings us to the floor, knees, chest, and chin. Slowly roll the shoulders back. You're breathing in. We're opening the chest with our inhale, and we're exhaling, going to downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward as you inhale. Exhale down to your right knee. Inhale and sweep both arms up. Low lunge. Exhale to forward fold. Try to make your breath really long here. So slow movements. Inhale and stand up. Sweep our arms out to the sides and up. Big breath in. Good. Forward fold as you exhale. Right foot goes back as you inhale. Lower to the right knee. Exhale. Inhale. Nice and slow. Low lunge. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Downward facing dog. All on your breath out right here. Good. Come into plank as you breathe in. Exhale. Knees, chest, and chin as you breathe out. All the way to the floor. Untuck the toes. Shoulders roll back. Inhale. Big Bhujangasana. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhaling. Exhale to our left knee. Good. Big breath in. Nice and slow. Low lunge. Exhale. Find forward fold. Uttanasana. Good. Stand all the way up as you inhale. Sweep the arms out and up. Big breath in. Place your palms together as you exhale. Hands to the center of the chest for your Tadasana. Close the eyes. And just check in here, right? What is that relationship with our breath and the energy of the body and the ability for our mind to stay focused, keep the control of the mind. All right, we're going to step our feet together here and do another version of sun salutation with just a little bit more of a challenge. In this one, we're going to try holding a plank for 5 breaths. Again, to understand that relationship of controlled, strong breathing with strength of the body. So feet are together at the top of your yoga mat. When you exhale, you can bring the arms alongside the body, palms facing outwards. Good. As you inhale, sweep the arms up to our Utthita Hastasana. As you exhale, find forward fold, Uttanasana. Come up halfway as you breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Now step back for plank as you exhale. So hands come to the floor, hop, step, or walk the feet back, your choice. Plank. We're going to do 5 breaths here. Tuck the tailbone, push the shoulders forwards. If you need to lower to your knees, that's fine, but keep the core tight. You're barely touching the knees to the mat. More breaths. Good. One more inhale. As you exhale, lift lower knees, chest, and chin, and do a full cobra. So before we're doing a little low Bhujangasana. Now as you inhale, roll the shoulders back and see how far you feel comfortable straightening the arms. Keep your core tight. Keep those legs active. Exhale, find downward facing dog. Good. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees and step to the top of the mat. Feet are together. Forward fold. You're going to come up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, find forward fold. Stand up, inhale, sweep the arms out. Up, big breath in, reach up. Good, big inhale. Let's do that again. Fold forward, exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, step back for your plank. All right, we're going to challenge ourselves here by doing a side plank, but we're going to do it supported. I'll show you a ton of the lower foot here, just sliding it out like a kickstand. Turn your body to the left, and as you inhale, sweep our left arm up. All right, so from here, let's elevate our back left leg so that it is horizontal. If you look down the left side of your body, you should be able to see that left leg, left foot in line with left hip and shoulder. All right, and then we're going to challenge ourselves by bringing that left arm over the left ear. Palm faces down. Breathe slow. Good, 2 more breaths in. And out. We're transitioning to a bow pose here. So what we'll do is bend our left knee. Reach the left hand down to that left ankle. I'm going to elevate myself a little bit so you can see here, but we're kicking the foot into the hand, and you want the body, the side of the body, to remain horizontal. Good. Challenge yourself here and exhale. Good. 2 more breaths in. And out. Good. Final breath in. As you exhale, slowly come to the extension. So left arm over the ear, left leg extended. Big inhale. Now as you exhale, come back down to tabletop. Good. Rock the hips side to side. We're going to switch. So left knee stays down. Send the right leg back like we were doing plank before. Left hand stays down, right foot or left foot's off the mat. Inhale that right arm up. Okay, so once you're here, let's horizontally orient that right leg. And then horizontally orient that right arm. Try to keep yourself open towards the ceiling a little bit here. So we're going to be challenging our right obliques, the quadratus laborum, the TFL, a little bit of the glute medius, the latissimus dorsi, this whole right side of the body. Okay, moving into that half bow. Take an inhale as you exhale, bend the right knee. Reach the right hand down, find the ankle or the foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Keep your shoulder rolled back, nice strong core. Should feel active in that right quadricep. Since we're kicking the foot into the hand, that right leg is active. Good, 1 more big inhale, everybody. As you exhale, slowly come back to our horizontal position. Big breath in here, and then as we exhale, find your way into plank. So keep that right leg back, just step our left leg back as well. Big inhale, and now transition knees, chest, and chin. Make your way down to the floor. Full cobra here, so inhale, shoulders roll back, straighten the arms as much as you feel comfortable doing. Tuck the toes as you exhale, downward facing dog. Good, big breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees and step, hop or jump to the top of the mat. Feet together. Inhale, come up halfway. And exhale, fold forward. Good, bend the knees, stand up, sweep the arms out to the sides. That big breath in, palms together. As you exhale, hands to the center of the chest. Close the eyes, check in. Again, exploring the relationship of the breath, the body, and the mind. Good, so continuing with our conscious breathing, we're going to move into a little bit more of a slow flow, incorporating some low lunges, high lunges, and some variations of the two. All right, so from the top of your mat, feet are together. Exhale, arms alongside the body, chin to the chest. Find awkward chair as you inhale. So that's our Utkatasana. Inhaling, hips go back, Arms reach up to the ears, palms are turned up slightly towards the sky. Awkward chair, Utkatasana, breathe. 2 breaths, inhale. Exhale, last breath in, forward fold as you exhale. Good, come up halfway as you inhale. Exhale, step back for plank. Lower down to knees, chest, and chin as you exhale, or your chaturanga if you want to incorporate that this morning. Inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Okay, lift your right leg up as you inhale. Exhale, step forward for low lunge. So left knee goes down as you exhale. Inhale, both arms reach up. Low lunge. Good. Find a flow of vinyasa as you exhale. Hands to the floor, right foot goes to plank. And then again, your choice, knees, chest, chin, or yoga push-up. Inhale, up dog, or cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Left leg lifted high. Inhale, big breath in. Step forward as you exhale and lower to that right knee. Low lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale into your vinyasa. Good. From your downward facing dog, let's do that again, but modifying our low lunge. So inhale the right leg back up. Exhale, step forward. Low lunge, lower to our left knee. Keep the left hand down. Inhale and sweep the right arm up. Good. Big breath in here. As you exhale, make your way back through that vinyasa. So right hand plants, right foot goes back. Your choice of flow. Knees, chest, chin, cobra, up dog to down dog. Left leg, inhale, left leg up into the air. Exhale, step forward, lower to the knee. Right hand, right knee stays down. Inhale, sweep our left arm up. Exhale into your vinyasa. Good job, everybody. Awesome. Okay, we're going to try one more variation here. Inhale the right leg up into the air. Exhale, step it forwards. Lower to your left knee. Now as you inhale, sweep the right arm up again. But what we're going to do is we're going to pivot our right foot. I'll turn to the side here so you can see this. All right, we're going to straighten our left leg, pivot to the outside edges of our feet, and reach that right arm back. So we should feel a nice little stretch on that right hip. Keep your foot active. Inhale back into our lunge. Exhale, right hand to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Good, your version of a flow, knees, chest, chin, yoga push-up, up dog, down dog, whatever you prefer. Let's try that on the left side. So inhale, lift your left leg into the air. Step forwards as you exhale. Good, we're going to lower to the right knee to start with. Inhale, sweep the left arm up. Good, straighten the right leg as you exhale. Pivot to the outsides of the feet. Left arm reaches back. Good. Inhale into the lunge. Exhale, left hand down, step back. Downward facing dog and flow. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Good. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees. Hop, step, or jump to the top of the mat. Feet are together. Forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Awkward chair, Utkatasana. Knees together, big toes together. Arms reach forwards and up. Inhale. Exhale and stand. Tadasana. Arms alongside the body. Close the eyes. Check in again. What's that relationship with the breath, with the mind, and the body? Awesome. Good job, everyone. So we're going to do one more flow, exploring now our high lunge, since we did some low lunge versions. All right, so we're back at the top of our mat if you're not there. If you need a sip of water, what have you, just make your way back to the top for Tadasana. Palms are turned out towards the front, a little anatomically sort of correct position here. Big toes are together. Good, take a big inhale. As you exhale, bow the chin. Find awkward chair as you inhale. Utkatasana. Good. We're going to do a little twist here. So palms together as you exhale, turn to your, I'm going to my right. So it might be different than you, but right side, left elbow onto the knee, and look over that right shoulder. Good, nice little twist here. One more inhale and exhale. Find your way back into Utkatasana as you inhale. Let's try the opposite side. So I'm going to my left, right elbow onto the left knee. If you're the opposite, that's okay. Just make sure that your knees don't shift here or sway too much side to side. They are stacked over the ankles evenly. Exhale, good. Inhale into awkward chair. Big breath in. Exhale, straighten the legs, find forward fold. Inhale into a half lift. As you exhale, flow vinyasa. So step back, your version of plank and knees, chest, chin, or yoga push-up. Inhale to low cobra, up, high cobra, up dog, whatever you prefer. Down dog as you exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg up. As you exhale, step forward for high lunge. So that means we don't lower the back knee. Keep the back heel off the floor too. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, big breath in. Find your flow. Exhale, hands to the floor. Right foot goes back. Maybe knees, chest, chin. Maybe yoga push-up. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Left side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forward. High lunge. Inhale, arms reach up. Good, flow. Exhale, hands to the floor. Plank. Knees, chest, chin. You can always go to child's pose to rest or skip it all and just stay in down dog. Okay, let's do a variation of high lunge on each side. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, step forwards. Come on up for high lunge. We're going to twist to our right by placing the palms together, bringing left elbow to the right knee. All right, might take you maybe a second to get into the pose. It's all right. Find ease and comfort into the posture as we explored last week. Good. One more inhale and exhale. Let's flow out of the pose. Inhale, come into high lunge. Try not touching the floor. Exhale, hands down. Step that right foot back for plank, yoga push-up, knees, chest, chin, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Left side, inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step forwards. Inhale into our lunge. Exhale, palms together, twist to that left side. Breathe. What is that relationship? Right? Nice, strong breath. Control the mind. Control the breath. Strong body. Good. Slowly unwind. Come into high lunge. Inhale. Try not touching the floor. Your version of flow. So again, that might be just being in down dog. We're taking a couple of breaths in child's pose. Or knees, chest, chin to cobra. Whatever you prefer. Make your way. Downward facing dog. Good. Big breath in. As you exhale, bend the knees. Hop, step, or jump. The feet to the top of the mat. Feet are together. Inhale, come up halfway. Fold forward as you exhale. Awkward chair. Inhale, Utkatasana. Good, big breath in, and then stand. Tadasana, arms alongside the body. Close your eyes, check in. Control your breath. Good, experience the moment as it is. Don't let the mind try to tell you something different. Listen to the five senses. Good. Take another big inhale. As you exhale, gently bow the chin to the chest. You can open your eyes as you inhale, and you can look forwards now. We're just going to turn to face the long side of our mat. You know, we're at home, so whatever side is most convenient, you can turn to your right, you can turn to your left. I'm turning left so that I can face the camera, face you at home. All right, we're going to take our left foot and step it wide. All right, so from our wide stance, we can do a variety of poses. We're going to move into Warrior Two and do a fun little Warrior Two flow side to side here with a fun balance that will include. We're going to try Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. All right, so turn your right foot to face the short end of the mat. Bring our arms up alongside, horizontally out to the sides. Bend the right knee when you exhale. This is our Warrior Two. So our first flow is going to be inhaling, straightening our right leg, reaching our arms up, pivoting to do Warrior Two on the opposite side. So as you exhale, we'll bend our left knee, reach horizontally with our hands and our arms, Warrior Two. So inhale, coming up to our side angle, our wide leg angle pose, and as we exhale, Warrior Two to the right. Inhale up, exhale, Warrior Two to the left. Good, inhale, and exhale, just like that. Nice big breath in, big breath out. Good job, everybody. Just like that. All right, so let's add another pose in here, and that's going to be triangle pose. So after Warrior Two, straighten the right leg as you inhale, and exhale, bring our right hand to the floor, left arm up. Good, we're going to inhale, come up, make your transition to the left side. So exhale to Warrior Two, straighten the leg as you inhale, triangle pose, exhale. Good, coming back up as we inhale, switching to the right. Exhale, good, Warrior Two, and then triangle pose. One more time to our left, Warrior Two, triangle pose. Hey, let's add half moon. So we're gonna move to the right leg, Warrior Two, transition to triangle pose. Bring our left hand to our left hip. Bend the right knee, right hand reaches forwards in front of your mat. Let's launch off of that right leg. Half moon. All right, we kind of warmed up like this in our second version of the sun salutation, except our knee was on the ground. Remember that? All right, good. Transition back to Warrior Two. Straighten that right leg, switch over to the left. Warrior Two. Good, triangle pose. Right hand to hip. Left hand bend, left knee bends. Left hand reaches forward. Coming into our half moon. Middle lane, Warrior Two. Transition. Right side. Warrior Two. Triangle pose. Left hand to hip. Bend our right knee, reach forward. Half moon. Good, Warrior Two. Transition, last time, left side. Warrior Two. Inhale, exhale, triangle pose. Right hand to hip. Bend our left knee. Inhale and exhale. Half moon. Good, go to Warrior Two. All right, turn our left foot to face the long side of the mat. And now, hands to hips. Exhale, fold forward, wide leg, forward fold. Rock our hips gently side to side. Shake the head and the neck. All right, and we're going to transition now onto the floor. So whichever way was your top of the mat that you feel best facing, walk your hands to that foot. I'm going to go to my right foot. So I'm turning the right foot to the top of the mat, walking my hands there, and I'm stepping back into down dog. Could come to a plank. As you exhale, lower to your knees, sit over onto your hips, and swing those legs forwards. All right, we've got just a little bit before we transition out of the class. So we're going to scoot the hips out of the way, do some more traditional postures on the ground here. This is Paschimottanasana, seated Western-facing forward fold. At least that's how it's traditionally translated. So hips are out of the way, your toes are engaged back towards the knees, pushing the backs of the knees into the mat. Inhale, both arms. You're going to reach up, and then exhale, finding forward fold over those legs. Now, if it's hard for you to reach the toes of the feet, you can use the corners of your mat to wrap around your ankles here. Or if you have a tie, belt, or strap at home, you can put the strap around where the toes meet the foot, the toe mounds, as we might say. Use that as leverage to roll the shoulders back, and we're trying to pull our heart center on Hatha area right towards our feet. The Pada. Foot. Good. One more big inhale. As you exhale, relax any sort of tension that you might have been applying to yourself. That's all. Inhale, bring our arms up. Exhale, hands behind the back for reverse tabletop. So a counter to our forward fold is going to be a chest opener, something that engages our back. So we're going to bend our knees, place the soles of the feet on the mat, sort of a 90-degree angle here in our knees. Straighten up the arms as you inhale, look up, and then exhale, push the hips into the air, look back behind you. You're gonna really squeeze the glutes, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Reverse tabletop. Good. One more big inhale as you exhale, lower to your hips. Place the soles of the feet together here. Nice, convenient transition into Baddha Konasana. So interlace your fingers around the back edges of the feet here. Inhale to sit up tall, and as we exhale, folding forward. Elbows are going to press into the inner thighs, the adductors, as we work to fold forwards here. Take one more inhale and exhale. Use your next breath in to allow yourself to come up. Again, kind of seeing that relationship with our breath. Our inhale usually wants us to sort of lift up and expand. So our breath in is a great way to come out of a forward fold. All right, we're going to take our right leg out to the side, sort of a 45-degree angle away from the body. Try to keep your left foot relatively close into the inner thigh, the groin. We're going to use our right hand to grab our left knee, and then as you inhale, sweep that left arm up. Exhale, reach that left arm over the body, keeping it in line with that right leg. Try to keep your chest as well open towards the sky, so it's just this left side that's stretching. We also might feel that in the back of the right leg. That's a nice slow breath in and out. So a version of this might be compass pose for those that want to practice this at home. Instead of going over like we were doing, you would actually bring this right leg up, place the left hand across the top of the foot, right arm is underneath the leg out to the side, and we would try to extend this right leg up and over the body here. I got some work to do to get it a little straighter, but that's okay. We're always somewhere. Right, there's never an end to the goals. So let's come out of the pose, whichever version we've chosen. Come back into our seated posture. Now left leg is out to the side. We're going to bring the left hand across to the right knee. Inhale, sweep that right arm up. And exhale, reach over the body. Awesome, good job. So again, no matter which version you've chosen for yourself, slowly come out of the pose. Maybe an inhale lifts us out, or maybe an exhale allows us to relax the grip that we have. We're going to make our way onto our backs now. So swing our left leg forwards. Make sure that you are in the center of your mat. We're going to lay back. So come on down. Keep your knees bent. So with your knees bent, rock those hips side to side. We're going to get a little massage in our lower back and some of the smaller muscles, those external rotators of the thigh. All right, so from here, we're going to just work a little bit into our glutes before we do a twist and come into Shavasana. So right ankle crosses over our left thigh. Keep the foot kind of active and try to keep that right knee away from you. This is our reclined pigeon pose. So we're going to lift that left foot off the mat, vertically orienting this left leg, and taking both of our hands, maybe grabbing behind that left leg, or hugging the knee in. Okay, so depending on where you're tight, you might feel this on the inside of your right thigh. You might feel this in the outside of the right hip, the glutes. And then the angle that you choose here for the placement of the right ankle on the left thigh will also change how you feel in that right leg. All right, so even though that we're on our backs, kind of taking it easy now, don't forget that breath, right? Our intention for today's class, the relationship of the breath, right? The strength of the mind and the strength of the body. So usually when we have some mental fatigue, it's hard for us to stay mindful and present. And then we usually lose a little bit of power in the body. So if we can focus on our breath to breathe slow, rhythmic, we can bring power into the body, a little bit more stamina and mental control. So let's switch sides. So lower back down to the feet, uncrossing that right ankle. Do a little sway side to side. Recenter your hips and your feet if you need to. Left ankle now over the right thigh. Again, left foot is active, pushing the left knee away. Grab behind our right leg for that reclined pigeon. Okay, shoulders are rolled back. Trying not to let our hips come off the floor too much unless that's something that feels good for you. I find it's a little bit more challenging if I keep my spine flat against the ground. I'm just trying to bring the legs in themselves. So no movement in the lower back of the hips. So remember, there are some variations. You can change the placement of that left ankle on the hip. You can even extend the leg up and grab a little higher. This can maybe provide a little additional lengthening here in the back of the right leg. But whatever version you have chosen for yourself, come out of the pose, replace the feet flat onto the mat one more time to rock the knees side to side. And we're going to let our knees just fall to the left. So however they fall, just let them come down. Be aware of any tension that you might feel in that right knee. Because our leg is doing an internal rotation here, sometimes we can feel some tension on the top of that right thigh into the right knee. So if that's the case, you can just orient that knee a little higher to let the left leg fall out to the side. Okay, from here, transition to the right. So just bring those knees back up. Hips are even to the shoulders and heels, and then as we exhale, going over to the opposite side. All right, so from here we are transitioning into our Shavasana. So let's lift our left leg if it's all the way over. Vertically orient both legs, rock the knees side to side. Let's do maybe yogi's choice at home if there's another pose that you'd like to do. Maybe a bridge pose, a shoulder stand, perhaps a happy baby pose, whatever feels best, or reclined Baddha Konasana, Supta Baddha Konasana. So make that choice yourself, whoever feels best for you. And then come into Shavasana, the corpse pose. So laying flat on our backs, rolling those shoulders back, shoulder blades together. If laying on your back doesn't feel good, you can always lay on your right side. You can even come into child's pose if that's a little bit better for your class. Right, our corpse pose is the opportunity to let go of everything. All right, so let go of your control of the breath. So hopefully up until now, you've been able to control each inhale and exhale. And now we are letting the breath occur all by itself. When we first started our class in that seated posture, right, we watched our breath. And now we're doing that again, turning our attention to just the raw, unfiltered breath as your body wants to make it. And as you become aware of the breath as it is, let that letting go of the breath expand into you exploring other areas of your body that we were controlling. We controlled our body in all of the poses. So now, forehead, shoulders, the arms, the hips, legs, everything completely relaxed. And as you have felt your body relax, turn your attention to the source of your breath. Ponder for the last minute or so here in our Shavasana. Let's ponder the source of our breath. All of us are breathing, alive. All of us share this fundamental quality of life, respiration. Even before we were birthed and took our first breath, right, the collection of cells that were us in utero, right, we're breathing. We have cellular respiration. Right, our mothers carrying us, we're breathing. So the breath is a very fundamental expression of life, movement of respiration. And we are an expression of that very fundamental force of life, the breath. So know that when you breathe, you are breathing with life. You are breathing with Mother Nature, with life itself. The way that you experience the breath is similar to how someone else may experience the breath. And then And remember our connection to other living creatures that breathe cellular respiration. Everything moving and vibrating with that life energy, the prana. Good. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Move your arms and your legs. Right. Feel our eternal connection to life itself. Good. Once you are fully a little bit more awake here on the mat, go ahead and stretch any which way that you feel best and make yourself into a little tiny ball if you're on your back. If you're already seated, stay the way that you are, but if you're on your back, let's come up into a seated posture, and we'll finish our class with a couple of breaths together. Right, so no matter where you are joining us, right, we are all together, so we are breathing together. So turn your attention to your nose, slow inhale, slow exhale. Let the breath be your reminder of this present moment, of your connection with life. And we'll finish our class like we do all the time, and that's with a big inhale and a nice full exhale with a sigh to just let it go. All right, so wherever you are, just take a normal breath in. So just a normal, regular breath in. Let the lungs completely empty, push it all out. And now take a big inhale, hold the breath in. Sip a little bit more in if we can. And bow your chin, let it out with a sigh. Chin to chest. Good, shrug our shoulders. Shake the head left and right. We will slowly open our eyes and come to have a wonderful Saturday. So everybody that's joined us, I really appreciate your presence, and have a wonderful, joyous Saturday. Namaste, my friends.